Yeah. We got some hot news on. Let's see.
It's gonna be.
Let's hear what Kyrie Irving has to say.
A Punk album.
Critics.
Oh, really? This is breaking news.
Breaking 2 minutes ago.
I'm thinking to continue to play with my name, to continue to play with my image and continue to paint me in a certain type of way without me speaking. Like, these dudes are puppets. Like, come on, like, you going on TV speaking about stuff that, my family has to see. My friends have to see, like, supporters have to see, and then I have to come on here and address all this in a certain type of manner because it has to come authentically. It can't come with a script. These dudes read off scripts. They calling me unintelligent, calling me all these different types of names, and they will never say it to my face. They will never, ever come up to me in person and say it to my face. Ever. Fans, anybody come up and say that to my face, because they know what I stand for. I stand for so many things bigger than this game, and right now it's not just about the game of basketball. It's about helping your fellow human being understand that they have I'm thinking logically. I'm not thinking with emotions. I'm gonna keep saying that because you gotta make these.
2 more minute clips.
Convictions yourself.
Get his point.
Make these myself. Because it's going to continue to revolve around this and that. And, you're going to lose out on money and you're going to lose out on this. Like, so what? It's not about the money, baby. It's not always about the money. It's about choosing what's best for you. You think I really want to lose money? You think I really want to give up on my dream to go after a championship? You think I really just want to give up my job? You think I really just want to sit at home and not go after the things with my teammates that I've been able to grow with, to learn that it takes sacrifice in this space? Because we could be easily at home chilling with our families, but we're choosing to go out there and perform. And even in that job, like that's a dream come true. I've been working on that since I was in 4th. I'm thinking, you think I want to give up my livelihood because of a mandate? Because I don't have accommodations? Because I'm unvaccinated? Come on. I'm not going to be used as a person in this agenda. I'm not even going to speak on that. I'm just saying, like, it should not be divided amongst all of us. It should just be understood. You think I want to give up my livelihood? Yeah. You think I want to give up?
And he basically said exactly what our sentiments was, is that I don't want to be used in this space. I'm showing you what choice is about, and da. That's just it. And if you think I want to give up on money, you think I want to, all this work I did, nigga, I've been trying to play basketball since I was in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I ever wanted to do.
That was real shit.
He sounded annoyed.
No, he sounded truthful. It sounded like he was speaking from his heart. And I haven't been the biggest Kyrie fan after, some disparaging things he had to say about the King. I can honestly say that I agree with him.
Me too, actually.
I stand with him.
Yeah.
This situation, this is funny too, man, because I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel about this type of situation.
I don't either.
But we can break it down, I guess, in the best way we can, because
I don't feel like it's even worth the fight, but he apparently really believes in it.
He believes in what he believes, and he's standing on it. So how can we be mad at a man for standing in what he believes in? Because I feel like this is one of those situations that we're gonna look into the future, and if something crazy does end up coming out about this vaccine, and he
everyone's gonna go back to that moment.
Everybody's going back to the moment when we stood on his guns. Like, remember when we castrated him and hated him, and now he's the savior. Like, kind of.
Yeah, like, now we all got mesothelioma and shit.
He's gonna be like the only person that's gonna be like unvaccinated. He's gonna be like the fucking like king supreme, because his body, like, he's gonna be able to like grow really big, and everybody's gonna like be really frail. And all the future generations of people are gonna be like smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And only his line, only his family will be the bloodline of the true and the
non-vaccinated niggas and shit.
So if you. Yeah, look, man, he just believes in what he believes. Listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and be a person like, okay, for people who don't know, Kyrie Irving, basketball player, fucking Nets, goes on and says, look, I'm not playing basketball if you're gonna force me to take the poke. That's what it is. That's the story. That's the story. That's the story.
Kyrie Irving is an avid anti-poker,
and he says that he's not going to get it. So if you're going to force me to do that, then, well, at this point now, I'll just sit out.
So what
first of all, prediction from this motherfucker basically saying 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago that he was going to retire. I said I don't believe this shit. If he does retire, then he'd be right for the first time, and I'll be wrong and hurt and happy. I'm going to be all three, right? Because I want to see him play basketball, right? Selfishly, which is what most people I think are upset about. But the reality is that again, we're simply just talking about a man's choice. And people are so quick to say you stood on your fucking ground and your morals and you didn't take the money. I'm proud of you. But then when it comes down to something that you selfishly want for yourself to see, and that's watching another man play a sport very well, then it's like, oh, you're being stupid. You're being selfish. And mainly Stephen A. Smith. He's mainly the culprit behind who the fuck he was talking about. Because he's the loudest voice that has the most to say about other men's choices.
And that's character attacks. And that don't even that ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? You are a sports analyst and stuff, right? Or a commentator or, a personality or whatever. It's like, keep it like related to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, it's like they going on there. You see him, like Nick Wright and stuff, a couple other people, and they be saying like shit like that, and it's like y'all going too far on that point and stuff. It's like if y'all want to just
but in order for them to gain the ratings and be a little controversial is kind of what they need to do. Kind of what they need to do is be controversial, essentially. Like they need to kind of push push a couple buttons. That's how they move their shows forward.
But there's other players that haven't got vaccinated yet. So.
Yeah, but they ain't as good as fucking Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
So that's just what
that is what it comes down to.
That's exactly what.
Selfish reasons, and they call him selfish.
That's what it comes down to.
Wow, damn.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You want to see him play basketball. That's it.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay to admit that that's what you want. That's what you want. Like you don't care about his personal health because at the end of the day, this is my theory. If he's not getting it, and him not getting it could potentially affect the team and be a health hazard to the team, then him not getting it, not wanting to get it, and being away from the team should be a good thing. Right?
For him.
Am I missing something? Like
just say
if he doesn't get it, it's not like him not playing basketball is not gonna like kill me. Like, oh, Kyrie Irving, you're not gonna dribble another basketball. I'm dead. You playing again? Oh, no, you're not. I'm dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like him not playing basketball does not affect my day to day.
It might affect
but potentially him playing, it will affect the Nets. But why the fuck? Okay, but here's the thing: if he doesn't get it, he doesn't play. He's not affecting people's health, right? Right? This is what everybody. I'm not saying that that's what I agree with. What I'm saying is that that's what everybody else is saying, right?
That he's affecting their health.
He would be if he's around people when he's not vaccinated.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just not playing.
Yeah.
Right. So right, if he's not playing, he's not around those people.
But that doesn't make sense because supposedly his health would be at risk for being around a bunch of vaccinated players because isn't the vaccine supposed to prevent you from getting?
Well, he's just talking about how it affects the overall team or organization. Because they're saying. Like,
my question is, how the fuck does this affect the basketball world as a whole? Outside of the mere fact that it's Kyrie Irving and he's a fucking top 10 point guard.
I mean,
I guess it really don't.
Exactly. Thank you for fucking answering my question. It don't matter.
It's only New York mandated, right?
New York and California, for the most part. I think it's a couple of states too.
But if you just trade him, though, it'll just solve all that. I mean,
no, they don't.
The only issue really is not if he's vaccinated or not, is if he is in New York or not. Because if they trade him, he could just play for another team and it won't matter. Because he could just play. Right?
Nobody right now has anything to give up for Kyrie Irving, in my opinion.
Right, exactly.
The only I don't even see that happening. Couldn't even be Portland. Philly said it's not gonna happen. Who the fuck can you give up for Kyrie Irving right now?
It had to be Ben Simmons. So if they didn't want to do it, then
Philly said fuck no.
Yeah. So then it ain't nobody. It ain't nobody gonna. And then especially if Kyrie say he's gonna retire if he get traded anyway. So why the fuck would you even make that trade?
Well, there you fucking have it. It's not fucking happening. Yeah, you might be onto something there. Mm-hmm. Because but this is what I got pissed off about.
What if he surprises us and just gets the vaccine?
I don't think it's gonna happen. He's too stubborn to get the. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Sorry, the poke.
No, I know. No. That's a good thought because I thought of that. I thought maybe he'd give in, right? When you
I'll be honest, I would have. I'd have been like,
4 years, 4 years, and $186 million is on the table right now.
Yeah, like I mean, shit, I got the poke. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna die one day.
Yeah, you got it for $30 in a Kit Kat bar.
Nah, I got that shit for free, so that's what's even worse. Hey, man.
Well, you didn't get it for free.
Want some of these vaccines, man?
You ain't get it for free.
Somebody paid for that shit.
Well, you had to get it for work, right?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they paid for it somehow.
You got it for work though, right?
No, I didn't get it for work. They just offered it. It wasn't mandatory.
Oh, it wasn't mandatory?
No,
they made it mandatory for Sydney's friend. They made her get it, and she worked from home.
Healthcare.
Yep.
Wait,
but she's not
home.
Yep. And she don't even work. She works in healthcare, but she doesn't work around like people. People. Oh, even when she's in the office, she doesn't work. It's like a call. It's like they call in. They do. What I'm saying? They handle the insurance and shit. And like they don't.
Sounds like a similar situation.
So it's fucked up.
Because it's like, to be honest, I feel like it's like, I mean, it's.
This is what Kyrie. This is what Kyrie said. This is what Kyrie said.
It's not gonna kill you to not, but it's not gonna necessarily save you to do it. Like it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's people think that it can. That's the whole point of this. People think that it can. He thinks it potentially can. It eventually can harm you.
New vaccinations all the time, and I feel like our kids is getting vaccinations I don't even remember getting. What agenda do you really think is behind it? What's in the vaccine?
I don't want to get into that. I don't think that's important because I feel like we can go all day long. We can go all day talking about what we feel is in it.
It's like, I mean, every vaccination I took, to be honest, I was fine. Nothing bad happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that.
How do we know that though?
I don't
like. How do we know?
Because there are so many.
Because you got to think about like you got to think about like
we've talked about
like cancer. You got to think about like this autism. You got to think about all these different things that we don't know is officially that can affect you from getting these shots in the long run.
This is true
because it can be a part of what you know what I'm saying. And as you grow and adapt to things around you, it might cause a bad effect. You know what I'm saying?
This is true, but in a lot of cases, I feel like. Niggas start getting like weird diseases that they don't get when they stop taking vaccines, like some vaccines. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I did do some reading and shit. Like a lot of vaccines weren't FDA approved for a long, long time. Everything that's happening is actually completely normal. What wasn't normal to me was, well, I don't know much about the other vaccines, but just like the Moderna shit, like just the whole concept of injecting yourself with RNA was a little like at first it was off-putting and shit. I looked it up to feel more comfortable about it, and I'm like, well, I mean, they say it's just basically gonna get destroyed by your body once it's done making whatever it needs to make. And I'm like, scientifically, this could go either way, but I'm just gonna take the chance. You know what I mean? Like, but like I don't be feeling compelled to like lose my job over that shit or.
Right.
No, you haven't been put in the crosshairs of having to yet, and that's the difference.
I mean, I haven't.
Let's not forget, people are actually losing their jobs over this decision.
Oh, people are striking. You got Southwest fucking they completely fucking went on strike. I think United ended up going on strike. Amtrak, like I think a whole bunch of motherfucking companies at a certain point. Now this is about to cause that other that dip again. Because people are going right now, and it's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be worse this time because I think enough people are getting it to the point where it's not going to have that much of an effect. But people aren't getting fucking unemployment no more.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are walking away from their jobs voluntarily now.
And
now it's like, oh shit.
On purpose, they're tightening the noose on your neck. And one thing I will have to note.
Like, why? That's the thing. Like,
there's nothing wrong with going out and getting money. Personally, how I feel, and I'm not saying like, oh yeah, should I go back to work, boo, right? But just think about it.
So because somebody decides to say, hey, listen, I don't want to get this. I don't want this. I don't want to take it. I don't want any part of it. No.
Which is actually like, yeah, that's fine for them to say too. I mean, they do have that right.
Man, listen. If you didn't take nothing from today, if you didn't take anything from today. Just take this home. Take this little nugget with you whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this in the morning, you're watching this at nighttime, you're watching whatever. Take this small little nugget with you, and that is have the right to do and say what you fucking please, but be willing to accept whatever consequences that come with it. Be willing to accept whatever that falls into play, but hold yourself responsible for how you move forward. No matter what the fucking cost, be responsible for how you move forward.
Accountable.
Be accountable and hold yourself hold yourself in a spot where you can say, "Hey, listen, I'm okay with what I did." If you can live life doing that, you won't have no regrets.
Niggas flipping, but they talking like it's big facts. We don't bullshit. We don't got no time for that.
What's going on? It's Alo Boo.
And it's your boy Howie Stack.
And thank y'all for watching the Some podcast. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms.
Don't forget to like, comment, and
subscribe.
Thank you for watching.
Cut gem of all time.